And we end the show with a story from South Africa. The country is reportedly bending the rules for Elon Musk's Starlink, but the move reopens one of the country's most sensitive topics, race and ownership. On Friday, South Africa's communication minister ordered a policy shift. Foreign satellite companies will no longer need to give up 30% of their ownership to black or other marginalized groups. That requirement had so far blocked Starlink from operating in South Africa. Until now, that rule was a non-negotiable. Under the new policy, companies like Starlink can meet empowerment requirements through alternative means. Instead of giving up 30% ownership, they can invest in what the government calls equity equivalence programs. That includes skills training, digital infrastructure, and support for historically disadvantaged communities. This option already exists in other sectors, and now it's being extended to the communications industry. But this move comes in the middle of a very public fight, because Elon Musk made it personal. Earlier this year, the South African-born billionaire accused his birth country of enforcing what he called openly racist ownership laws. He posted that Starlink could not operate in South Africa because he is not black. Even US President Donald Trump criticized the policy as anti-white. The South African government rejected the claim. The presidency said Musk was misrepresenting the law and that South Africa would not change their rules for one single company.
He thinks he can bully us into submission with his deliberate dishonesty. We will not be bullied.
And fast forward to the present day, and the communication minister says the policy shift is not about Musk. He insists the goal of this new directive is to provide connectivity to remote, underserved parts of South Africa.
This alignment will help attract more investment, support meaningful transformation, and improve the lives of South Africans, especially those in rural and underserved communities who still lack access to high-speed internet.
Starlink already operates in 26 African countries. Some of those nations border South Africa. High-speed internet that doesn't need cables, towers, or ground infrastructure is a major advantage across the continent. And for rural South Africa, it could be a game changer. But domestic politics tells a completely different story. Affirmative action, known in South Africa as broad-based black economic empowerment, sits at the centre of post-apartheid policy. It was designed in 1994 to correct decades of exclusion under white minority rule. And inside South Africa, the backlash has been fierce. The ruling African National Congress Party says the communication minister has overstepped his authority. The ANC argues no minister can change ownership rules. Only the parliament can do that. The ANC is especially alarmed by one detail. The proposed workaround could allow Starlink to avoid the 30% ownership rule by reportedly pledging to provide free internet to just 5,000 rural schools. ANC alleges this is just a shortcut for Musk to get access to the South African market. Others raise security concerns. Starlink is controlled by one man, and critics point to Ukraine, where Starlink access was limited during the war.
Elon Musk is a huge security risk. We can't have that Starlink thing here.
And this debate isn't just about South Africa. Across Africa, Starlink's expansion has sparked similar tensions. In Lesotho, the government granted Starlink a 10-year license. That came shortly after the United States imposed a 50% tariff on Lesotho's exports. That tariff was later reduced. In South Africa, public opinion appears split, but leaning towards change. This isn't just about internet access or even Elon Musk. It's about how far African states are willing to bend to attract global tech without changing their post-colonial identity.
I was born into privilege, but I sold myself as the voice of the poor. I led a revolution in the mountains and marched into Havana as a hero. I promised freedom, equality, dignity. What I built was a one-party state. I survived invasions, embargoes, and enemies, but my people survived shortages in silence. Some called me El Comandante. History calls me something else. A dictator. Who am I?